Hello everyone! Welcome to the full bundle review of our newest sci-fi bundle. I'm Thiago, your community manager, and with me today I have Luca.
Hey everyone, I'm Luca.
Yeah, he's our resident, what would it say?
Nerd, pretty much. Yeah.
We have a couple of resident nerds here at Loot.
Yes.
Luca is one of the main ones.
Hello.
Yeah, so
Let's go over some video announcements. Okay, first thing, we are almost crossing over.
Just a second.
Okay. Are we back?
I
Awesome.
think we are.
We are almost crossing over 50,000 subscribers in our YouTube channel. So, I mean, if you are not subscribed yet, come on, just help us out here. We're almost crossing over.
I believe you also have to subscribe to drop a comment, and we are checking out the comments during the live stream. We have someone checking the comments and sending us the best ones, so we can take a look at them. So definitely do that.
Other announcements in video. We already have released right now a Reels on our 9-month loyalty reward, Nemesis.
Bring her around here.
On her 32 and 75 millimeter versions on Instagram right now. What else? We also have a Reels on the Eye of the Watcher, the features of the resin in the eye. If you have not watched that already, go ahead and give it a watch. We are also coming out with a tutorial sometime this month on how to paint fur with about Jeremy, the rigger rat from this bundle. It was done by Felipe Gomes. We really hope you enjoy it. And we also will be releasing an assembling video on the flying saucer also from this bundle, which is going to be really cool, also on Instagram. So I think that's the general announcements for the videos.
Yes, absolutely. So we do have a couple of other announcements. There's some surprises that we're just gonna leave it for the end of the live stream.
Yeah.
We gotta save the best for last, and there's some juicy stuff. So please stick with us until the end. Oh, and by the way, let us know in the comments if you guys can hear us well. Once in a while we have some audio issues or something like that, so just let us know. As for some other announcements, we have a new platform up. So the Loot Studios new platform is up and running. Is this one? No, this one. Yes, there we go. Is this one. The address is mageshat.com. It's a placeholder name, guys. Don't worry, we're gonna change it. There's a lot of new features, a lot of stuff that you guys have been asking about, the new look. All you have to do is to log in. Like, your account has already been copied over if you have a Loot account. So all you have to do to log in is go to the login options and then click on forgot password, and you're gonna the system is gonna generate a new password for you. And that's all you have to do. And we have stuff like miniature search, and we have stuff like the segmented download for the minis, so you don't have to download every single version of the files if you don't want to. So definitely check it out and let us know what you think about it. There's a bug report button, a bug report feature, and it really helps us out when you log in. So let's see here. On the new platform, we will be releasing the bundles a little bit earlier than on the old platform, and that's just a second, guys. Oh, and we are back.
Apparently our sound is a little bit low. Yeah.
Okay, let's see here if we can turn the mic up a little bit.
No, I think it's okay. Just tell us if it helps, guys.
Let us know if we just need to speak closer to the microphone. Just do a little bit of an ASMR here.
Oh yeah, perfect.
So the new platform, we will be releasing the bundles a little bit earlier on the new platform. It's gonna be just a couple of hours, and the reason for that is that on the new platform, the release and the granting of the bundles is automatic, and on the old one is kind of manual. So that's why it takes a little bit longer on the older platform. But if you move on to the new platform, you have that benefit.
We already have a few comments here from Rexidus, who is lives in our chat pretty much, and
Yes.
I love that. Not gonna lie, I was hoping to see you guys in the money suit from the thumbnail. Unfortunately, we couldn't.
Unfortunately,
do
it
that.
didn't happen. Yes.
Yeah.
It is Brazil, and it's technically, are we in winter? still, or is it spring yet? I don't know.
Does it matter?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's Brazil. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's way too hot for wearing a suit indoors here. So, anyways, let's see here. Oh, and just a last thing before we get on to the stuff we have to talk about today. The abducting saucer or flying saucer for this bundle is still not available for download. There's a reason for that. And the reason is we printed it. It's right here. We have it here. If we can just
sure thing.
We have it here, and we're gonna show it to you guys like a render image of it and everything. But the problem is we figure out that there's a better way to cut it, and there's a better way to assemble it. So we want to give you guys the best possible experience, and it would have been kind of awkward to assemble it as it is right now. So we decided to do something better, and it should be available by Friday at the latest. Like I think almost every piece is already, we have already test printed every piece of the new version. We just need to do an assembly test, and we're gonna release it. It may be released tomorrow, but just so we don't unwittingly lie to you guys, it's by Friday it's gonna be up and running on our website. But yeah,
That the last announcement?
I believe so. We will be revealing later today, by the end of this live stream, we will be revealing the name of our next sci-fi bundle, and we will also be revealing the concept art for our 12-month sci-fi loyalty reward.
Oh yeah.
This one has been coming for a while. A lot of people have been asking what is it gonna be, and you guys are gonna get to know it today. So yeah, let's get to today's bundle. G.I.A. Galactic Intelligence Agency.
Perfect. Let's start with some lore. We don't have a continuous lore from the last bundle. The last bundle in this season, we're doing things different with sci-fi this year, or this semester, this season. We are not continuing the universe created in Damnation, our last bundle. We're actually going for something new with the Galactic Intelligence Agency. It's sort of this kind of shadow organization that is kind of figuring out if humanity is ready to join the United Milky Ways, which is kind of this...
It's the galactic government. It's kind of like the Federation in Star Trek.
Kind of, but more peaceful. It's more like when you figure out on your planet that resources are kind of unlimited and you do not need to war for them, then they kind of let you join in. So that's what's going on pretty much right now. That's pretty much the setting that we're working with for this bundle.
Yes, so we have a little bit of everything. It has stuff like you would expect. It is a little bit. It is clearly inspired by stuff like the Men in Black movies, but it's also inspired by. It has a couple of other influences as well, which are going to be pretty clear once you get to the minis. There's a lot of just like pop culture reference stuff, and it's a really fun bundle. It's gonna have a lot of stuff that painters are gonna love.
Beyond just references, I think this bundle has one of the most like amount of loot original kind of races and creatures, pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We have quite a few of them, and we should probably get to them.
Let's do that.
Okay, so first off, and let me get this here. The first character that we're gonna have today, it's a loot original race that we did for the first time in February in our Spacecraft Crashers bundle. It's the Petaloid Agent. So yeah, this is her. No, here. Yes, here. This is her. The Petaloid Agent. Petaloid is a loot original race. It's a plant race, which is always fun. It's not necessarily. It is, humanoid, but it's not necessarily creature type humanoid. And it's a very cool one. Painters, when we did this race for the first time, painters absolutely loved them. So we decided to bring her back. This bundle is all about like different kinds of aliens and having fun with that. Much like our welcome pack or Cantina welcome pack for sci-fi. This concept art was done by Tariq Moutran. who did I say that right? Tariq Moulton. I think that's correct. I'm not sure. And the sculpt, which we're gonna show right now, was done by Joe Colares, and it's an absolutely amazing model. It is really striking. It's a really cool character. It's beautiful and badass, right? It has obviously this alien look to it, this kind of very flowy, especially the way her overcoat is hanging and flowing around her, almost like arrows around her. Let us show you guys here in my hand. We do have autofocus set up here, so everything should work fine. Let us know if it doesn't, if you guys can see everything all right. You guys may notice the models are quite a bit darker than we usually have them. We had to prime all of our models. We had a little bit of trouble with the resin, and it wasn't showing up in pictures. Like the pictures weren't showing all of the details that the minis had. We are figuring out what to do about that, but for now we decided to prime all of the models and just let you guys see as much detail as we can. She does have a couple of different weapons, and I love how her overcoat here, it kind of complements her plant based biology. It really enhances that, especially like the
collar, right?
The collar here, yeah. But also like the way the sleeves here flare out. Let's see if I can show it here. Let me try to give you guys a close up. The way the sleeves flare out, just like flower petals, it's absolutely great, and I love it.
Perfect. That's kind of following the Petaloid culture that we also saw in Spacecraft Crashers, right? Also, for the races that we have here, for most of them, we already have, if you're playing in 5e D&D, we already have like stats for playable races with all of them in our freebies page at our website.
Yes, so definitely check that out. It's free content, and if you check out it's in both websites, but I think the new website has a better layout, even for stuff like our freebies. It's easier to find them, it's easier to download them. Everything is basically easier, so definitely check it out. You're gonna have everything in one place. Mm-hmm. Okay, so for our next, before we move on, we do have a bust for this model. Let me just grab that up real quick. And this is the bust version. I think it's gonna be great to showcase all of the details. It does have a little bit of especially her face, because of how sharp her features are and the shape of the eyes. She does look a little bit like Ape Sapiens from Hellboy, the Guillermo del Toro version. And yeah, it's really nice. It's quite striking. You could do this as some kind of aquatic race as well. I could definitely see that working, especially with like using the head crest here as
gills, right?
I think we are out of focus. There we go. You could use the head crest as gills and as a top fin, right? Kind of like a shark. So yeah, a very nice model. It is an original race, an original loot race. So you guys let us know what you think about it. So moving on to
before we go on to the next one, we have a poll going on in chat on how you like our new lore modeling for sci-fi. So tell us what you think.
Yeah, I think for us is a little bit better just because it leaves us a little bit freer to do, whatever each month. And really test out a couple of things. We do test out a lot of stuff in sci-fi, and usually, fortunately for us, it works out.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next character is going to be the Hellborn Agent.
Okay.
And the Hellborn Agent has concept art by Andrea Madesi, and it's your classic bruiser for sci-fi. Let us just, oh, there we go. That's the concept art by Andrea Madesi, and it's your classic kind of bruiser. Like he's packing a heavy fire. He's the guy you call when you want to, you don't need to be subtle, right? That's when you call this guy.
Yeah.
And he's basically like, he's an upgraded tiefling, 4 arms. We love doing aliens with 4 arms. It allows us to do a bunch of different stuff with them. It kind of allows us to like take 2 different cool pose possibilities and doing just one mini, and that's always great.
Mm-hmm.
The actual sculpt was done by Sebastian Ramos, and let's see there. There we go. Has 3 guns. He does look a little bit like he actually, like, the glasses are straight out of I forgot the name. Ghost in the Shell, right?
Oh yeah, pretty much.
The cool glasses are almost kind of like goggles, so they're a little bit inspired by that. He's carrying like a huge gun and 2 handguns. It's a really great model. Let me adjust things here a little bit. Okay, so let me show you guys a little bit of how this looks like live. There we go. So yeah, this one's absolutely great. You can see a lot of detail, like even really small stuff, like the little necklace he's wearing, his abs, right? This guy is ripped. This is not this is no shabby looking Hellboy. Yeah, and one of the inspirations for these bundles, and you guys may notice this a little bit more with our objects for the bundle, stuff like the speedster or the tank, even the flying saucer, but the guns as well. All of the weapons are inspired by a streamlined aesthetic, and that's that aesthetic that was really popping off. Like especially I believe the 50s and 60s, it was really used in science fiction stuff, like especially pulp fiction stuff, like the Rocketeer, but it was also used in cars, and like it was the futuristic aesthetic of the time, and it was also used as a visual cue inspiration for stuff like Men in Black, right? So it's like high-tech weapons, but also like kind of retro looking. It is the view of the future and of space that people from 50, 60 years ago had, right? So it's absolutely amazing, and most of our minis, if not all of them, integrate this very well into the models themselves. Anything else you want to comment on this one, Luca?
No, I just really like it. It's just this very, heavy packing, and it's the guy you get when you need muscle and a person to be shot at sometimes.
Yeah,
pretty much.
You need it will be your wizard in D&D, but maybe your rigger or engineer, or like in sci-fi needs a meat shield. Yeah, this is a perfect meat shield. I believe, do we have a bust for this one? I don't think so. Okay, so let's move on to the next character. And just in case I didn't say it, this one was sculpted by Sebastian Ramos. So let's move on to Agent I. Agent I, which is this one. Agent I is one of our human agents. Like we actually started when we were doing the planning for this bundle to do like it was going to be all aliens, but immediately I was like, no, if we don't have at least a couple of like actually human agents, people are gonna freak out. And I think I was correct in that decision. I actually don't have here the concept artist for Agent I. Oh, it's Guilherme Neri. Okay, it's the concept artist for Agent I is Guilherme Neri, which actually makes me think all my credits may be wrong. I may be off by one. So somebody let me know if I'm wrong. Hobson is usually in chat and he usually corrects me if I'm wrong. Okay, so this is Agent I. This is our classic or classic kind of Men in Black agent. He's using. Let's showcase the Scoped, and the Scoped is by Gustavo Glissi. And yeah, it's your classic Men in Black type, really sharp suit, really sharp features, cool glasses, and a small gun, because he's definitely not compensating for anything, unlike some other agents out there.
It's a very dynamic pose as well, and kind of this unfazed look that only kind of like Galactic.
Yeah, this guy's like
Federation got.
walking into a shootout,
Yeah.
right? It's a perfect like soldier. It could even use this character as like the human agents are very versatile. You could use this guy as a kind of a soldier of fortune type, a mercenary in almost any sci-fi setting. You will find a guy like this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's if you're playing like cyberpunk or something. He's a corpo agent, right?
Yeah, almost this investigator or corp agent kind of feeling to him.
Yeah. And I love the fact that he's with the bases for this one. A couple of bases in this bundle are a little bit more abstract. They are a piece of street or a piece of ship flooring somewhere, right? For this one, is very specifically like, this is somewhere on Earth. You're not gonna find a fire hydrant like this anywhere else in the galaxy, and it's really fun. Actually, let's see here. Let's showcase this one just a little bit. So, yeah, I don't think we had we done this new live stream format for sci-fi yet. I don't think so.
That's good to mention.
Yeah.
Tell us in the comment what you think about this new live stream format. We're trying to get it to be more interactive with chat, with the overhead camera. So just tell us what you think.
Yeah, we have the front-facing camera, the overhead camera, so you guys can see the miniatures in my hand, and I turn it around a little bit and showcase all of the details. We also have the recorded videos of the turntable for the minis, so you guys have a point of reference. So yeah, let us know what you guys think of the new format.
We also have a comment by Bob Ditz. I love the look of motion, the wind blowing, the code open. Great edit touch.
Yes, let's give it a close up here. There we go. You can actually see like the tie is not just the coat, right? The jacket. It's like the tie is also moving with the movement of the body as the character turns, but also like all of the lines in the clothing, right? In his shirt.
Oh, I love the suit
jacket.
design for this one.
Yeah, the suit design is great. This would be like great suits to wear, actually. This would be like really cool, trendy suits. So yeah, I can definitely see like this, and as I said, very versatile. This can work in like kind of any kind of near future setting.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, this is Agent I, but we have a new another agent, Agent Age. So let's move on to Agent Age.
Perfect. This kind of rookie kind of agent, more inexperienced, kind of this cocky attitude in comparison to Agent I, which is kind of like very stern.
Okay, and this one was this concept art was done by Guilherme Neri as well, just as Agent I, and yeah, she's kind of sure of herself character. She'll be the Will Smith of this movie.
Yeah.
Right, and she's not picking the small gun. She's picking the big gun. It's all about making sure people know she's a badass. Right. So let's showcase the video of the miniature. I think it's another amazing one, and like the Agent I could be a fun guy to hang around with, or he could be a hard ass with a stick up his butt. Agent Age, I think like her face is a cool person face. this is someone that likes to go out and likes to have fun in the office.
He's absolutely enjoying the suit
yeah,
that she's wearing.
Yeah, she's rocking it. She's wearing it and making it work for her.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's show the mini here in my hands, and let's just let it focus. And as I said, the sculpt was done by Caio Bellucci. If I hadn't said it before, I'm sorry. And yeah, another it's a different kind of pose. It's a little bit more idle, even though she's holding a weapon. She's like at the ready with the weapon. And what I was saying about the streamline style, this gun she's holding, this huge rifle, almost looks a little bit like an old jet engine, right? And that's the inspiration for a lot of this model. Rocking really cool glasses, a really nice hairstyle as well.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Let's show all of the cool little details in this one. Ooh, let me. Ooh, we are out of focus, and we are. Let's see here.
Okay.
Yeah, the autofocus is misbehaving. There we go. The autofocus is misbehaving a little bit, but we're gonna figure it out eventually. There we go. Okay, so yeah, amazing sculpt, really cool character. Both Agent I and Agent H are like great player characters, right? And we have a couple of other agents still that would be really fun to play as well. So let's move on to our next character with concept art by Tariq Moutran again. This is the Kuraman Agent. He's one of our new alien designs. So let us know what you think about him. It's actually a fun story about this one. We had a couple of different possible designs for him, and one of the possible designs looked so nice that we decided to transform it into a whole other mini, which is the Kuraman Agent that you guys are gonna see a little bit later today. So the Kuraman Agent, I don't believe. Let's see here. No, he actually does have a snapshot. The Kuraman Agent, we didn't reveal him at first because he didn't have like the finished up concept art, but we eventually revealed him in our spoilers. So yeah, this is the Kuraman Agent. Let's check out the actual sculpt with the 3D art for this one was done by Gustavo Glissi.
I absolutely love the general attitude of this miniature. Just like getting it done, like the absolute badassery that he has.
Yeah, this one is one of those characters that could be used as a villain as well. It just has that kind of look, almost kind of Star Wars villain head crest, right? So yeah, let's check out the mini in my hand here, and let's keep it centralized. So yeah, he has like again, they are all of the agents are wearing kind of standardized a standardized suit, but they all kind of have something unique going for them, right? So both the Kuraman Agent and the Kuraman Agent, they are aliens, and whenever they are on Earth, on a mission on Earth or something, or on another planet, they don't need guns. Like, their bodies are considered deadly weapons, right? They have the ability to absorb matter and transform it into energy and radiation. They have this really cool power up that they can do. And you definitely, absolutely do not want to be in a fist fight with them. You would lose.
Absolutely.
They do have and it is kind of a trope of sci-fi. You kind of do the tentacle head thing. The tentacles for hair, right? They do this a lot in stuff like Star Wars or Men in Black, even stuff like Star Trek. They do that every once in a while, and it's a really cool sci-fi stand-in for hair.
I believe it also has kind of a different crest on the back of the suit, kind of to show the station of this agent, like as kind of this radiation. I don't know what inspiration exactly it is, but it kind of
it's a little bit. It's a little bit of a sun, like a sun emitting radiation or something like that. It's like just like this really cool small details that differentiate the minis from one another. And again, as I said, this could definitely be used as a villain. He has that feel to him. So next up, we have actually, before we get to the Kuraman Agent, we have Max Bay. And Max Bay is with concept art by Ian Barreto. It is kind of the embodiment of the streamlined aesthetic that we were going for. And he has that like rocketeer feel to him. He's almost like if a jet engine or a really concept car from the 50s turned into a transformer.
Pretty much,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So he's really cool like that, and he's kind of or if you did maybe a noir 50s 60s Iron Man could also work for this one. And you can use him as a big robot or as a suit of power armor, any way you like it. It's a really cool model. So let's showcase the mini there. The sculpt is by Alex Marik. And yeah, I hope I'm giving the proper credits here. And yeah, just a really cool power suit. Really big, kind of like almost like I'm not gonna say Hulkbuster size, maybe within like regular persons. It is a large mini, right? It's a large model.
Yeah, potentially Hookbuster. It kind of has this kind of gladiator feel almost because of the streamlined aesthetic.
Yeah, the shoulder pauldrons here. As I said, it almost looked like those wheel protectors in 50s and 60s cars, right? So it looks a little bit like an old-timey transformer, right? Definitely check this one out. It's so cool, and I'm a sucker for robots. I'm a sucker for big robots and power armor stuff. I always love it when we do them, and this one is absolutely unique and amazing. Let's move on to the next character, which is going to be the last character, which is a straight up agent for the G.I.A. It's we actually don't have the concept for him. So go back to the Kuraman concept art. Actually, don't even need to go back. We don't have the concept art for him. I forgot about that because he was a surprise. He was an extra. He was an addition. It was the Kuraman Agent.
As you were saying, it was a second version of the Kuraman Agent that was just so cool that we had to include.
Yeah, it was a different pose and a different head crest. We wanted an alien that didn't necessarily look nice. So in your story, you can make him maybe he's a superior officer, a superior agent that is obviously the actual bad guy of the movie. Or maybe you throw a red herring there. Maybe he just looks bad, but he's actually a sweetheart. And both the Kuraman and the Kuraman Agent fit that description. And yeah, this one was so cool that we decided to do it in addition to the Kuraman Agent.
And I love how the two of them kind of has this kind of buddy cop kind of feeling to them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let me put one next to the other here. Can we change the view to
a bigger view of
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
we go.
perfect.
Yeah, they do have that kind of buddy cop feel to them. Maybe they are the the autofocus is not gonna like this at all. I don't think. Let's see here. Yeah, they have that buddy cop feel to them. Maybe they are like the rival agents to Agent H and Y. It's really cool. And as I said, like the basis for this bundle vary a little bit. We have a couple of bases that are a little bit more abstract and simple, and a couple of bases that are a little bit more complex and tell a little bit more of a story. So let us know what you guys think about that as well. We like to do a little bit of variation once in a while on that front. Okay, so let's start showcasing the aliens, right? The ones that are not like directly linked to the G.I.A, that are not straight up agents. And we're going to start off with the boss for this bundle, which is going to be Billy, the man suit. And this one is a really cool concept, if I can say so myself. The idea for this one was mine. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It was a joint effort, actually. Like, I gave an idea, and then I believe Guilherme Mota, or concept art team lead, he gave another idea, and the fusion of those ideas ended up being Billy, the man suit, with concept art here by Tariq Moutram as well. And Billy is a really cool model, and let's showcase the sculpt here by Daniel Sanchez, and it's a kind of a complex sculpt. He has it's the first model that we ever did something like this, right? Where we give you like a mini split in half, which is really cool. It's a really cool concept. It's a really cool idea, and it's kind of the fusion of two characters from the Men in Black movie. So you can have him with the front plate up or down. It is movable. The 32mm version is an either or situation, but just the concept of like the little alien piloting the man suit is really cool and really original and great, and I absolutely love it. It's a great villain for you to have in your campaign. So let's showcase this here. This is a large mini. If we did him any smaller, he would probably be like way too small for what's inside of him, right? So when you're looking at the front like this, it's actually like the seam is pretty good. It's pretty good, and you can open him up like this. Oh, let me actually, yeah, it comes off, but you can just go like this as well. And you can see the pilot inside, the little itty bitty alien pilot.
The lore for this one is just kind of a little alien with a man suit is kind of sowing discord in Earth and kind of creating problems pretty much.
Yes, and there's a couple of details with this one that I absolutely love. So first off, the face, like the skull of Billy is kind of Terminator-like, right? But with like the big jaw. So this guy, this particular fat guy, is actually big boned, right? It's not, it's not his fault. It's the little alien inside him just likes his room, just likes his space.
He had to
right?
fit in there somehow.
Yes. And another thing that I absolutely love as a detail for this one is he's actually wearing like Crocs. Not Crocs. He's actually wearing definitely not Crocs. Absolutely not Crocs. But yeah, it's like he's wearing a pair of very comfortable ergonomic shoes. There's all of the little details, his little tools. I believe this guy is kind of like a handyman or a carpenter or something like that. When he's you look at Billy's face, not even the alien side, just the face you can choose anybody you want to, and you choose this body and this face. This is a nasty, nasty dude, right? You can see that right off the bat. And actually, let's showcase we have a bust for this one as well. Can you hand that to me, Luca?
Okay. We also have a comment here while we're transitioning by Corey Scott. What kind of standardized uniforms this month? With the kind of standardized uniforms this month, I think swappable heads would have worked on really well.
The thing with swappable heads is they not always work with every body type. When the characters are wearing armor, it works fairly well. But when they are not, it's a little bit harder to hide the features of the body, and it's also because the characters are wearing so much cloth and stuff like that. It's actually a little bit harder to just do swappable heads, because in the sculpting process we do have to, like, every time we need to do the clothes in a different position or with some wrinkles, it's kind of like sculpting again. It's not as easy to do the different armors, the swappable heads, as in something like which one was the bundle we did swappable heads? War for Humanity.
War for Humanity.
So it's a little bit more difficult. We will eventually do swappable heads again. Some people in our fantasy subscription have been asking for it, and the only reason we haven't done it is, one, it wasn't in our plans, and we do plan our bundles several months in advance. And the second reason is it needs to be the right bundle, right? So it can't be a bundle where everything is it's flashy and not there's not a lot of like heavy armor or something like that. It's harder to do. But yeah, I think that's it. And let's just showcase just a little bit more the bust for this one, which I think is absolutely great, and even just as a display piece for you guys, it's gonna be awesome. Just have it like this, maybe, like holding the front part of the body, something like that.
I love how you can see more of the expression with the bust version, and it just expands on the feeling of who this alien is. To choose a man,
choose this face.
Yes, with a receding hairline and this.
Yeah, this kind of it's the business in the front, party in the back kind of haircut.
Yes.
But yeah, just an absolutely amazing sculpt by this one was by Daniel Sanchez. So thank you so much. This one is a large model. We don't usually do the large ones for the busts, but this one's like on the upper size of medium and lower size of large, right? So it can still work as a bust. So let's move on to the next character. And for our next characters, we have a couple of kind of classic aliens. So we have first Zita, the superior gray, and after her we're gonna have Anigrav the gray, and gray aliens, the big-headed, big-eyed, kind of short, kind of gray and slimy skin aliens. Right?
The ones that actually exist in the real world.
Yes, absolutely. The concept art by both of them was done by Guilherme Neri, and if we could show actually the concept for Anigrav as well. Let's just move on to that. Yeah. So the Anigrav is like even more classic. This is like the Roswell alien, right? With the sci-fi subscription, at some point we had to do this, guys, and there was no better bundle to do this than this one. and I think they work absolutely well. So let's showcase the video for the first one, which was sculpted by Zita, was sculpted by Matheus Baboni, and he also sculpted our other little gray alien. An interesting thing with this one, like this one is kind of a more an alien diplomat, right? Has an alien diplomat feel to her. Maybe one of those senators from the prequels in Star Wars, or even like she reminded me a little bit of what's the name of that character from The Fifth Element? The Diva Pavalaguna, I think it was.
Not quite sure on the name of that one.
The blue alien that's opera singer alien from The Fifth Element.
Oh yeah.
Like right before she like uncovers herself, right? She looks, it gives me kind of that view. It's kind of regal, kind of diplomatic, political. Let me grab her here real quick, so I can showcase her into. Yeah. She does have, and it was kind of an internal joke here for us. She does have kind of that really regal, almost religious look to her silhouette. I think was even a joke amongst the artists. Like her internal name was something like Our Lady of the Perpetual Grace or something like that. Mother Mary. Yeah. It's she does have a little bit of a Virgin Mary feel to her silhouette, let's say. And yeah, the sculpt actually has like a lot of little like cool details. Like right here, you can see the kind of a necklace going down. She has actually a couple of addresses. The cloak itself has a lot of like little kind of like Baroque details here, and the base with this one definitely tells a story. Like she's either kind of like smoke coming out of it, but it's probably like she's opening a path through smoke or through dust or something. This one is definitely an alien that has a lot of psychic powers.
At least some mystique behind it, kind of this suspenseful kind of energy to her.
Yes, and she's definitely like she's wearing like this little headdress that's almost like a little half crown there. So she's definitely she's definitely not the one getting her hands dirty. To get her hands dirty, we have the Grace, which like Anigrav here. Let's showcase the Anigrav video. There we go. And this one, this one is kind of in a I come in peace pose. This one was also sculpted by Matheus Baboni, and also with concept art by Guilherme Neri. And yeah, it's just your classic gray alien that we needed to do at some point, and here you guys have it. I don't even think we need to go to the overhead camera for this one. I think you guys see everything you need to see of this really cool character in the
sculpt video.
Yeah, in the turntable video. What we are going to show you though is we do have the alternate versions for both Zita and Anigrav, for both of our gray aliens, and the alternate versions go into the cockpit. And let me just figure this out real quick. They are seated versions that go in the cockpit of our flying saucer. So let me just adjust things here, because the models had actually not been glued together yet. So this is the cockpit for the flying saucer. We're not gonna show the actual disc, although we have it on the side here. And yeah, there we go. Alternate 32mm seated down versions. And yeah, we will have an assembly video on the flying saucer, and we actually did a video already on let's see here. There, we have focus again. On how to get like clear resin this clear, right? But yeah, basically what you have to do is you have to sand it down a lot, and then you put some varnish on it, a couple of clear coats, and yeah, it works like a charm.
I don't know how the final version that we're releasing of the flying saucer will be, but this one has kind of this detachable kind of main structure with the cockpit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's, yeah, can we even show it here?
I think it's from above.
Yeah, there's a specific way to fit it. I'm not even gonna try. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try.
Okay.
We're gonna talk a little bit more about the flying saucer later, and then we will have time to figure that out. Okay, so next up, we have a couple of my favorite characters from this bundle. We have Thomas, the cool cat, and Jeremy, the rigger rat. Or I believe we went with a couple of different a different naming convention for the stat blocks, just to make sure. It's like Thomas is a Sphinx catfolk, and Jeremy. It's a rat folk of some kind. Those are races that you can find in fantasy and in sci-fi. Any kind of like furry race usually, right? But Thomas is definitely not furry. Actually, he doesn't have any fur at all.
We have actually one comment here, just from the mini we covered before, from how do you pronounce that again? The gray, the
Anagrav.
Anagrav. We need a 1-to-1 print of Anagrav. It would be a great sculpt.
Yeah, it would actually be a great one to go next to our dwarven blacksmith.
Oh yeah.
On the entrance of Loot. So yeah, that's actually a great idea. Okay, so Thomas the Cool Cat with concept art by Andrea Madesi and sculpted by Gabriel Martins. Thomas is actually like his support character for the agents of the G.I.A. We can show the video now. And you know, he's a little bit more of a gangster. He hasn't made it into agent yet. He's kind of a cool guy, or at least he thinks of himself as a cool guy. And actually, we have it here somewhere. There we go. And you know, he's a little bit of a gangster, right? He does have, he's like pointing the gun, not even sideways, right? Like he's pointing the gun. What would that be, like 150 degrees?
Yeah.
Right? Like it's all wrong. He probably does, but he is practicing like actual gun safety. His finger is off the trigger, actually. So yeah, that's nice.
I don't know if his aim is exactly correct, but at least gun safety he has.
Yeah,
covered.
yeah. But he looks super cool doing it. He looks awesome doing it. So let's showcase a couple more details here. Like I love the kind of bling he's got going on. Let's showcase. Yeah, there we go. He's got some bling going on, and like the really cool gun.
I think he also has like this mechanical paw also, right? This
yeah, the left arm is like fully mechanical. He's probably lost it doing something that he shouldn't have been doing. And I like his actual clothes. It feels like a tracksuit, right? It feels like something a gangster from the future, not so far away, would be wearing. So I think it's super cool. He does have a little dagger there. Or maybe it's not even a dagger. Maybe it's like a phaser or something. But I think it's a dagger. Anyways, and I love the way that even though he is wearing shoes. Oh, let me center this a little bit better. He is wearing shoes, but you can kind of see that like he has the cat feet, right? The artist really managed to capture that as well. And again, sculpted by Gabriel Martins. An absolutely cool mini, and and just the fact that it's a cat, but it's a Sphinx cat. It's kind of really fun.
It just adds to kind of the personality of him.
Because those cats do look alien, right? They do look like they are. They're not right. They are just like some cat adjacent thing from another planet.
Pretty much.
So yeah, let's move on to our next character, which is kind of a pair with Thomas. And if you guys have gotten the reference, their names did come from kind of a Tom and Jerry reference. We have Jeremy, the rigger rat, or rat folk for this model. He does have two versions, and is another case of one of those characters that we had a couple of different options in the concept art, and we decided to, well, why not both of them? And I think actually the concept art was done by Beto Menezes, and the sculpt was done by Victor Prado. And actually, if you could showcase the sculpt, and I think this is like what you guys are seeing right now is actually like the secondary version of the character, which I think in the stat blocks were named Rato, what was the
rigger
actual
rat? Was it?
No, it was something a little bit different. It does have different stat blocks depending on the form. It does have like different weapons. I really like the kind of ghetto Doctor Octopus look that he's got going on. You know, with the guns that follow his like finger guns commands. But yeah, and this was one of the versions that we had going on. But we also had another one. So let's showcase both of them here. And again, like the weapons on this one follow that both the weapons and like the backpack here, they all follow that streamlined aesthetic, right? So this little bit here looks a little bit like a Dr. Frankenstein construction or something.
Yeah.
But the weapons absolutely definitely look like jet engines, right?
It's almost like this high-tech coil kind of backpack, right? With the jet engine. Yeah.
Yeah, and another thing with the base for this one, actually for both of them, I believe they have the like very similar or the same base. They have like all of this robot parts. Like you gotta crack an egg to make an omelette. Crack a couple of eggs to make an omelette, and you know. This is a rigger. This is a space engineer. This is a guy that's gonna break everything that you. This is a kind of player character that's gonna break every single construct that you throw at him, and he's gonna try to like get all of their abilities and get all of their weapons, and he's gonna try to make it work. And it's gonna be an absolute nightmare for you as a game master. But we also have another version of him here. And this other version, this one also sculpted by Victor Prado, I believe. And yeah, actually let me check this. Yeah, I believe that is so. And yeah, just like this huge cannon, that is straight up an engine that was removed from some airship someplace, right? He does have his goggles down. It's a little bit of a different feel. Even though he's like preparing to shoot with this huge cannon, it's a little bit more subdued than the other guy doing finger guns. So yeah, this is Jeremy.
Before we move on to the next mini, we have 3 comments backed up here.
Okay.
First from Michelle Brookshire. I have 3 teenagers. We ran a Men in Black / Children of the Corn crossover for a few months ago, and this would have been perfect for them. I will have to revisit that campaign. Yeah, this bundle really fits.
Yeah, this bundle like with sci-fi. Sci-fi has a lot of possibilities. There's a lot of different things that can be considered sci-fi, and there's a lot of really cool worlds to explore in sci-fi. It's not like fantasy where kind of everything kind of has to follow. We have to be a little bit more strict with the fantasy bundles in our creative efforts, right? For sci-fi, we get to be a little bit freer, and it's really fun.
Moving to the next one, we have Larbeard. I love that name, by the way. Here I was thinking Animal Adventures should do sci-fi and Loot beat them to it again. Yeah, and Corey Scott, yeah. This two will go nicely with the Orca and Pug from earlier bundles. Yes.
Yes, we do have. There is kind of a tradition in sci-fi to just pick an animal and make it anthropomorphic and give it a couple of guns and make it smart. And there you have it. It's an alien of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that kind of stuff like Rocket Raccoon, but also like Howard the Duck.
Yes.
Which are a couple of Marvel examples. And there's a couple other examples out there, which is just, it's just fun to do. And you do it a lot with sci-fi, like the Starfinder does it with I forget the name that they gave to their rat folk, but they do have them. And cat folk, rat folk, dog folk, you add a lot of different animal races eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next up we have the Tardigradian.
The last of kind of this helpers for the Galactic Intelligence Agency.
Yes, we do have a couple more aliens, but those are the from Zita, the gray. I believe it's actually three of them. It's Thomas, Jeremy, and the Tardigradian. They are all kind of helpers too. They are not agents, but they are helpers to the agents, right? So you don't have to be if you're playing a character in a game like this, you don't have to be Agent K or Agent J. You can be Frank, the newspaper stand dog, right? And I just committed a terrible mistake. I had my water bottle opened here. And
next to the statue of her loyal reward, yeah.
Yeah. Whew. Okay, so let's. The Tardigradian has concept art by Tariq Moutran, and it has and it was sculpted by Laiuson Kamini. And this one is based on a tardigrade, a water bear, but it's a very, very small creature, so he obviously had to take a lot of creative liberties with this model. I think the concept art briefing for this character was something like he should look like a tourist in New York City.
Yeah.
Right. That is just why New York City? Why America? Why aren't they always going to America? And I think the answer is always something like, well, they have this character is big, it's large. And they have pretty large sized portions, food portions in America, right? So yeah, I guess it's what makes sense. And I guess actually it would be, I think he's probably holding like a soda cup, and it would be like a couple of liters of soda in that cup or something like that. But yeah, let's check out the, and this one's enormous. It's so big. Yes. It's actually quite fun to mess around with. It has a bunch of eyes, like large ears. This one's kind of an undercover quotation marks, an undercover agent for the G.I.A. But he's just an alien that likes to be on Earth and eat our food and just basically gets paid to observe. And there's just so much happening. He's eating a burger and pizza, and there's more pizza and a soda here.
It's kind of a perfect miniature for painters. Like, it even has the little details for the badges, the eyes, the suit kind of that moves into a track suit or this bomber jacket.
Like a puffy jacket.
Yeah.
Bomber jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it has a lot of textures in just this one mini,
mm-hmm.
right? And just the weight, you can imagine the big body of this creature kind of turning around inside and how it would deform his clothes here. And I like to think that this line going through the back here is actually another zipper, right? Just because you can imagine how hard it is for some of these aliens to wear clothes, Yeah, so he probably has some trouble getting into this thing in the morning, and he's probably has some trouble getting out of it again later that day. But yeah, what I love about this character is this is one of the good ones. He kind of has the like permanent smile sculpted into his face, as in not just as a character, as a sculpt, but as a character as well, right? This is just how he looks all the time. He cannot look any other way, and I absolutely love it. It's like having permanent dimples. Okay, and the artist for this one was João Comaceto, yes. Okay, just before I forget, because I may have been bad about this, the concept art was Beto Menezes, and the 3D artist was João Comaceto.
Perfect.
And this is our tardigrade. So let's move on to another alien, or another couple of aliens actually, the alien stack. This actually kind of started as we have another concept art for this one, which we may save for a later date. This one changed quite a bit from the original concept to this version, but it's kind of like the two kids in a trench coat trope, right? But it's just two aliens, and the whole concept for this character was like a couple of aliens trying to disguise themselves very ineffectively as a human being. And I think this the alien stack kind of encapsulates that. It was Tariq Moulton that did this one, and the sculpt was done by Lailson Camini. So let's showcase this one. And yeah, this one's so cool. Like, even if it didn't have the little alien poking from the lower half there, you could even use that as like a detective character or something. Maybe a private eye. Maybe that's what these guys are. They are like a private detective for like criminal cases on Earth, right? They come down here and they solve any crimes that the G.I.A. can't be bothered with. So let's see here if there are any. I don't even think we're gonna be able to show any more detail on the overhead cam. So we're just gonna leave it there for just a little bit more. It is just two aliens on top of each other. Oi? No. What I'm saying is, I don't think we're gonna be able to. Like the video is already so good, it's showing like everything that we need to show. So, but yeah, a really fun mini. This one, a really fun model.
I love the shape that it has, like under the trench coat. It kind of has this feeling of having like creatures kind of crawling around there.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely like a big bulky coat for two kind of spindly aliens, I think. And you guys saw some concept art of what the aliens inside look like, and we may do them in the future.
Perfect.
Okay, so let's move on to let me just mention this. Did I mention that the sculpt for this one was done by Lailson Camini? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the Snailian Diplomat. This is the second Snailian that we've done. Our first Snailian was in the Cantina Welcome Pack. So yeah, this is absolutely a character, a race that we've been wanting to come back to, and this is a sillier bundle, let's say. So it was a perfect opportunity to come back to this character. This one the concept art was done by Beto Menezes, and the sculpt was done by Victor Prado. He has a lot going on for him. If you see him like on the kind of hanging off his right side there's a couple of like tubes. Those are like contracts or missives or like laws or messages
like
that he's carrying
language
around.
packs that he can absorb to be able to speak with other creatures from other planets.
Yes, and this is a Snailian. It's not like The idea is that the shell on his back, it's supposed to look like a shell, but it's not actually a shell. It's kind of like a huge backpack communication device. It's a big galactic radio or something like that, and that he can use to communicate with like his home world or with the United Milky Way, like the central government, and he can bring the messages to Earth and make sure everyone understands everything that's going on. It's a very, very, very cool mini. Let's see here if there's, and let's showcase here like it's nice to just show the size of this one in the hand. He's not a huge character, but he feels bigger than he actually is, right? When compared to something like an agent, like he has more volume to him, a lot more volume. And yeah, it's just a lot of real estate for painters with this one.
Oh yeah.
Again, with a lot of different textures that you guys can work with. Probably like metal textures and cloth and leather and like whatever snails are made of, snail skin.
I mean, if you
really,
even want
really
to do like
wrinkly
this
snail skin.
icky kind of effect on the base and kind of in and around the
Yeah,
character would be nice.
this guy's probably like, he probably has a couple of diplomatic aides just coming behind him
Yeah.
and cleaning up the mess that he leaves behind,
Uh-huh.
or maybe a couple of cleaner bots or something like that. A couple of space Roombas, just following him around and eating up the slime. Yeah, a really, really fun character that we've been meaning to get back to this race for a while, and now we have, and so we are happy. And last for the characters, but definitely not least, we have the Mineralian Prisoner. This was another one that we originally, I believe, we had a couple of different ideas for this character. It would look a little bit different.
We were also kind of waiting for the right bundle for this one as well, weren't we? I think it was floated around in Mercs and Miners originally.
Oh yeah, was it? Yeah, because what happened was, I think we did a bunch of different tests, like concept art tests, way back, and like we couldn't fit all of the minis from those tests in a bundle.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're right. I think this is one of the ones that stayed from those tests. Did I forget to say that the Snailian was sculpted by Victor Prado?
I believe you said it in the transition. Yeah.
Okay, I did. I said it in the transition. Yeah, I'm really bad with this today. Okay, I'm really off my game. So the Mineralian Prisoner has concept art by Andrea Madesi, and it was sculpted by Gabriel Siqueira. It's a fairly simple design, but it's your classic like bad guy or classic minion or mook that is shown getting arrested in the beginning of the movie, just to join the ranks of the main bad guy later on.
Yeah.
So you establish like this guy was probably arrested by like Agent Age or something, and she wasn't really nice to him, and then this guy gets free, comes back, and wants to punch her in the face or something. So yeah, it's a really, really like nice classic rocky looking alien. I don't even think we need to show actually let's showcase it in the hand here. Well, the details I really, really wanted to showcase are like the color here with the little room for the key. It's kind of like and the cuffs as well.
I love the lightning kind of. Is it lightning kind of effect kind of between the cuffs, kind of holding them together?
Yeah, I think the idea here with the cuffs is that you can print this mini in like clear resin or something, and give this. These are like energy cuffs, right? They are not just regular metal cuffs that a guy like this could probably break fairly easily. This guy looks a little bit, just because, like, if you ignore his face, he looks a little bit like the lizard from Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, kind of.
Yeah, just kind of rocky or scaly skin,
Mm-hmm.
right?
It could definitely be painted like that.
Could definitely be painted like that, or it could be painted as a kind of the thing, kind of orange, grayish, or ooh, there's a lot of rock people, right? There's the Thing from the Fantastic Four.
Uh-huh.
There's Korg
From
from Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He was originally from Planet Hulk or something.
Yes.
He wasn't as fun in Planet Hulk. I can assure you of that. But yeah, this is our last alien, our last character for today. But we are not done yet. We still have a couple more things to get through.
We have one comment before we move on to the objects, which are really cool in this bundle. Bob Ditz comments that we are having fun with these sci-fi bundles and to keep it up.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think kind of detaching ourselves from the like 6-month journey model for sci-fi was the right choice.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are actually gonna let us know with the next couple of bundles as well. Which yeah, we are going to reveal. Don't forget, we are going to reveal the name of the next sci-fi bundle just a little bit later today.
It's a fun one. It's really worth staying till the end for this one, guys.
Okay, so let's first showcase the art for the. Okay, so yeah, let's get it out of the way. Let's talk a little bit about the saucer. We're not gonna show it in the overhead camera. Can you?
Yes, absolutely. Hold up, because it's kind of still.
Okay, it's still off a little bit.
Yeah.
Can we get help from our little set goblins here?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Can you assemble this first? This one we didn't even glue it together. We didn't finish it up or anything. I think that the idea was just to showcase to you guys that it is ready and it's going to be available like tomorrow, and to show to you guys like look at how cool this is, right? And it does have a base, and I think that we can show the little. Let's show here. Okay, so this is what you see, right? It's a little patch of grass in a farm with a cow being pulled into the sky, being abducted. And how cool is that? How cool does that look? This one has concept art by Álvaro Rodrigues and Guilherme Mota, or 3D lead, or 3D, not 3D team lead, or concept art team lead. And it's really, really cool. The sculpt was done by Alex Marik. So okay, so you start with this, right? The cow being abducted. On top of this, you place like the cone, kind of the cone of silence, right? You place a cone which works as the base for the abducting saucer. And the cone was sculpted in translucent resin. We did do like a lot of sanding, and then we put some varnish on it, and it turned out pretty well. This one, like the whole piece, was printed on a medium-sized 3D printer, like a consumer grade, something like an Anycubic Mono X would be able to do it. But we do have versions of it that were done in, and I don't think it is gonna focus at all, people. But we do have a version of this cone that can be printed in smaller minis. But you know, printing it in a bigger mini just makes it so you don't have as much trouble with the seam lines. So that's why we print this one in the bigger print. And yeah, then you just fit it like this. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, this one is still not available right now for download. It should really be available tomorrow. We're just making sure everything is all right. There were a couple of comments from our assembling team. One of them was that we could have done a little bit of a better job making it easier to assemble, making it clearer how a couple of the parts fit together. But another one of the feedbacks that we got from them is that we could have done a little bit more to prepare the model for to be transformed into something else, so people can run LEDs through the model a little bit more easily. Yeah, and make a nightlight out of this. Make like a little bedside lamp or something out of this. So yeah, this is the abducting saucer.
We have a couple of things. The poll that we did in the beginning of the live stream came back. 73 people, or 75% of the people that voted, really do like the detachment of the lore of the sci-fi for each bundle. It really does let us kind of work a little bit more on the lore and the setting that we want to cover for each bundle. Yeah. And another comment by David Jacobson. I would love to attach a green flashlight to the bottom of that for a fun diorama.
Yeah, this is gonna make a really fun diorama.
Oh, yeah.
This is almost like this is like a model, a couple of models actually that make a full and complete diorama, right? You don't need to do a lot more to get this working, to get this going. So, print it, assemble it, paint it, and there you go. You have a really cool diorama. Okay, so let's move on to our next model, which is going to be the G.I.A. Speedster. This one has concept art by... Not that one. We're not showing that yet.
Okay.
Okay, we almost gave you guys some spoilers. So the Speedster is has concept art by Guilherme Neri, and was sculpted, let me just get rid of this, by Anderson Pioli. And again, it's the Speedster is kind of a part of a set with the tank, which had concept art again by Guilherme Neri and was sculpted by Anderson Pioli. And we want to do like a really cool sci-fi vehicle, right? And we had a couple of inspirations. We had like the transforming car from the MIB series, but we also have like the Bat bike. What's it called? The one that comes out from the one that comes out from the tumbler.
Yeah.
In the
Dark Knight.
In the Dark Knight movie.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the tumbler gets I don't even remember what happened. Like the tumbler gets blown up or gets damaged or something.
Yeah.
And Batman just kind of rides out of it into the bike.
Mm-hmm.
And those were kind of the inspirations behind the Speedster. Here, yeah, there we go. The Speedster and the tank, and they go together. So yeah, and both of them are like heavily influenced by that streamlined aesthetic. We do have a couple of versions of the Speedster. I don't have all of them here. This is 32 millimeter, right? So there we go. This is the tank, which works as a really cool base as well for this mini. It's almost like a little jet plane, right? It has the jet engine turbines here.
Almost feels like magnets kind of pushing off the ground so that he...
Yeah, or maybe some anti-grav stuff.
Yeah.
On the underside here, on the undercarriage. Like just generally some really cool stuff. And here we have the Speedster. This version has Agent I riding it, and we do have a version with no agent on it and no one on it really. So yeah, and they fit together like this. And yeah, just really nice. We only have this one for in 32 millimeter, right? We don't have a 75 millimeter version of this one. We're not always gonna be able to do a 75 millimeter version of the vehicles. If we did one for this one, it would be like enormous. It would be quite an endeavor. It wasn't what we wanted for this particular bundle. So yeah, just a really cool bike.
Perfect.
And finally, we only have one more model to showcase today. Which is the prop for this bundle. And the eagle-eyed among you may have noticed it already. It's been here the whole time, folks. And there are a couple of really, really fun things about this one. So the concept art for this one, which is our necklace, the Hidden Lootverse necklace. The concept art was done by Victor Rossi, and the sculpt was actually done by Robson Barros, our 3D team lead for the sci-fi bundles. And here we go. It is a really, really cool necklace with actually like a 3D printable chain that you can print yourself and assemble yourself. And I'm gonna show you guys a couple of examples of that. It comes in a couple of parts, right? You guys can see here like there's the translucent resin dome right here, and it is a separate part from the rest of the necklace. And the idea is, it's definitely based in the galaxy in Orion's belt thing. And we decided to do our little hidden lootverse. I'm sure you guys are gonna find a lot of creative uses for this model in particular. I really wanna see how you guys print and paint this one. Let me just fit this together real quick. We didn't glue it because we wanted to show it the internal. I'm not gonna be able to fit this anymore because we didn't glue it in, and we didn't do like a final fit for this one, just because we wanted to be able to show it live.
Mm-hmm.
Let
me
me see
try
here.
to figure it out.
Yeah.
Have some specific. Take off.
Yeah. There's a couple of fittings here.
Take
There we
off
go.
the dome
There we
and
go.
show inside.
Yeah, like there we go. And we do have and I think you guys can actually see like the little planets on the inside there.
Can we detach the dome to show the planets on the inside? Try it out.
Sure.
Okay.
There we go. Like just the itty bitty little planets here.
That's gonna be a challenge to paint, actually. I love that.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. And the little translucent resin dome here.
And we have Eugenie Findley saying, yes, this is a prop. This prop was what I was looking for to the most. So cool.
Yes, and let's get to talking a little bit about the chain here. And again, I can't fit it again. Anyways, the chain, this one ended up like quite long. I would have done for myself maybe a little bit shorter, but you also have to think that this one like is not adjustable. You're gonna have to figure out the adjustable part yourself. But we do have here like the models of how it was done. So let me show to you guys. When you print this, it's gonna be modular like this. It's just going to be a bunch of pieces like this, and it has like a male and female side, right? And then you can just attach them. Let's see. I don't think the camera is gonna focus on this. It's so small.
Yeah. Can you get it closer to the paper?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, there we go.
No, yeah, I don't think it's gonna focus on this. But anyways, you can just attach them. I do recommend you glue whatever pieces you attach. They are made to be glued together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna even be able to.
We actually have a question about it by David Jacobson. Is that chain printed on a resin printer?
Yeah, this chain is printed on a resin printer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's fully 3D printable on a resin printer. Oh, I forgot to mention something about the abducting saucer. When it's made available, and it's going to be made available soon, it's going to be made available for resin and FDM. Okay, so no need to blast us with questions about the FDM version. It's coming. The FDM version is already coming. The chain is fully 3D printable in resin. So this is a very, very cool thing that we have been experimenting with in sci-fi. We have done something similar in the Damnation bundle. It was a different style of chain. But yeah, it works, and we're probably gonna keep doing it because it's something fun to do. And I think that's it for G.I.A's
Okay.
or Galactic Intelligence Agency bundle.
We do still have a few announcements to get through
Yes.
before the end of the live stream.
Let me just take a sip of water here.
Okay. Meanwhile, we have a question from Exodus. Is the done required to be able to attach it?
No, you don't need the dome, like the translucent dome, to be able to attach it. The attachment point is actually the base of the center of the necklace, right? So you don't need the little dome to be able to attach it. It's just, it's just nice if you want to. It's an extra layer of it makes it look a little bit like a jewel.
Even if you want to have some glitter
marble.
effect or something on the side, which I think we might be trying something out with that before the end of the month.
Yes, we're gonna have a couple of videos on probably the necklace, the assembling of the abducting saucer, stuff like that.
Yeah. We also, just reminding you guys, we're just about to cross the 50,000 subscriber mark in our YouTube channel, so subscribe if you haven't already. We also have, right now in our Instagram, our Reels on Nemesis, our 9-month loyalty reward, and a few other videos for you to check out in our Instagram and YouTube, so check it out.
Yes, so as for announcements, so first things first, let's announce the name of our next sci-fi bundle. And we are actually going to go back to a theme that we have already done but haven't fully explored yet. It was a very, very popular theme, and there have been a lot of requests from you guys for us to go back to it and do more of it and do it better and do it bigger. And that's exactly what we're going to do with our next sci-fi bundle, Neon Warriors.
Ooh, I love it.
So again, Neon Warriors. Let's just make sure that you guys don't miss it. It's gonna be absolutely great. There's just so many cool stuff in this next sci-fi bundle.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait to be able to show you guys the concept art. It should be released by next week, by Tuesday next week. It's 7 days.
I'm really excited to see it printed because the concept art is just so cool.
Oh yeah, I have already seen like a couple of the sculpts, and they are even better.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, the sculpts are amazing. They're coming out amazing for this next bundle.
That's awesome.
So yeah, absolutely. Whew, and now let's reveal, and I will preface this saying the concept art for this that we're gonna show to you guys now. Just hold on. Calm down. We have time. The concept art that we are about to show you guys is not 100% ready yet. It's something like 85%, I think. But yeah, I think you guys are gonna get the gist of the 12-month loyalty reward for sci-fi, and I think you guys are really gonna love it. So here's the, as of yet unnamed, 12-month loyalty reward for sci-fi.
Okay.
Yeah, she's on this side. I keep forgetting. Yeah, this one is absolutely amazing. She has a little bit of an Alita Battle Angel feel, a roller derby vibe going on for her, and yeah, just absolutely amazing. And we're just gonna lift this up here for a second and see what your guys' reactions are to this concept art. I absolutely love it. We have we have a member of the dev team, Ravi, which is, and he's a skater, he's a roller skater, and he absolutely freaked out when he saw this one. It's great. It's absolutely great. What else can I say about it? Like the forms and the curves. It's mwah,
Imagine
just perfect.
painting the statue version of that one.
Yeah, the statue version is going to be amazing.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I can see chat is like, there are a lot of comments coming up in chat right now, but I don't know what they are.
Let's check them out then.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna open up chat here. F1 real quick. Just so I can, just a second, you guys. We got live. Yes, I really hope, you guys like the concept art for the new bundle, for the new loyalty reward. It is absolutely amazing, and it was done by, I forgot to write down the name of the artist for this concept art.
Can our live stream goblins kind of figure it out? Thank you.
Oh yes. So Gabriel Saveiro. Oh, Gabriel
Siqueira? Maybe.
Scavariello. Scavariello.
Oh, perfect.
Sorry, Gabriel, for not remembering to write down your name. It's an absolutely amazing piece of concept art. If we could bring it up again real quick.
Perfect.
Okay, so this is the first part of the 12-month loyalty reward. You thought this was all of it? No, we have something more. Something that has been off limits for a while. We did mention that we would bring it back at some point, and this feels like a really good point to bring it back. Available again as a 12-month loyalty reward. So if you don't have Misty yet, you are getting her and our new loyalty reward, and that's how we decided to go about it.
Perfect. We have a comment by David Jacobson. I imagine her special attack would be just zipping around the battlefield, leaving flames in her path.
Yes, absolutely. I think we should probably do a stat block to that effect, like crazy speed, maybe some kind of flyby attack or something, where she doesn't take opportunity attacks. We should probably work on that.
That would work. Yeah, that would be cool. Do we have any more comments there in the YouTube right now?
Yeah. Ooh, I think when we switched to the video, they couldn't hear me. Let's check here. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Yeah, I was mentioning, okay, so again, just for anyone who didn't get it, so this is Misty. She's our first month, like, when we launched the sci-fi subscription, she was our reward for everyone who joined on the first month, and she hasn't been available in 11 months now. We did mention at the time that eventually we would make her available again, and yeah, this is her. She's going to be available as an extra reward for our 12 months subscribers. So if you have all of our first 12 months of sci-fi, you get both Misty and our new reward.
Perfect.
Okay, so yeah, this is it for now. It's I know it's a lot to take in, and if you guys have any questions or comments or suggestions, we are open for them now. We do have a couple of minutes still for a Q&A section. So go ahead, ask us anything, and we're gonna try to answer to the best of our ability. Rex is saying, I would love to see, I would love a set of non-transforming Transformers inspired. Yeah, I think if we ever went that route, we would definitely have to go non-transforming. The engineering for transforming stuff, especially when we print them in resin, we try to keep it limited, right? We try not to make too many moving parts in our bundles. I don't know if we would make a bundle with just like large and larger robots. We will probably at some point in the future have a bundle that's all about, you know, with a lot of big robots, right? So yeah, it could be like Transformer. Like the inspiration is still to be defined, but it could be something like Transformers. It could be something like Gundam. It could be something like, you know, your Pacific Rims.
I do love the transformation of getting like the vehicles and the robots out of them. That would be really cool. We also have a comment by Frenchie80. Love the stream, guys. Love the new bundle. Excited for the loyalty reward. And we have Bob Ditz also commenting. Does the metal that Jeremy is standing on come from another mini? Is that an arm or leg from another mini, possibly in another bundle?
Ooh, I'm actually not sure. There's an arm here that is definitely and I think this arm, I don't remember it in any other model. I think was made for this one, for this base.
Because there was a reference in the Mech Gunslinger, the 6-month loyalty reward for sci-fi from another miniature.
Yeah, it was similar, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a good eye. That's a good eye. Perfect. Okay.
Oh, where was Marcia this week? I missed her painting. So, Corey, we are trying out a new style of live stream. Marcia is not gone forever, okay? We will have a lot of videos with her painting still, but it was starting to get a little bit too much for us to handle like a lot of stuff in the same live stream. And we want to eventually do a live stream that's just Marcia painting and focus on her. So we have started to move towards that direction, and that's why Marcia wasn't here this week. She does send her love. She was here just before we started the live stream, and yeah, that's why she wasn't here today. It's part of our new model. Let's see here. Any more questions, guys? Any more comments that you guys would like to make?
We have a last comment, just reminding, because I did not mention this while we were talking once again about the videos for this month. We have a tutorial on how to paint fur for this bundle. About the fur of Jeremy the Rigger Rat. It was done by Felipe Gomes. It's coming out sometime this month. And Rexidus is also commenting. What about a set of Dragon Ball or Mortal Kombat? Those are like light sci-fi. They probably could work.
Yeah, it's one of those themes that it's kind of hard for us to do in sci-fi. We had kind of a bad experience in a couple of our first bundles, which were, you know, lighter on the sci-fi aspects, and people really didn't vibe with that. And so we kind of pivoted our whole the art direction for the next couple of bundles. We legit like scrapped a couple of mini ideas and decided to do them later. So it's going to be a bit hard for us to do light sci-fi. We're always probably going to be doing like full sci-fi. You're always going to be able to recognize. You're not going to be able to look at a bundle and say, this is not sci-fi. Yeah, I see a couple of more comments here. A couple of comments about the live stream. Some good feedback from Bob Ditz. Joshua Hansom's like super excited for a Mecha / Gundam / Battletech bundle. Yeah, we're probably like eventually gonna get to something like this. It does need to be very well planned, because we don't want to do like just a bunch of plain mechas, a bunch of plain robots, and bigger models do take longer to like do all of the details, and they take longer to print and to assemble. So you know, we need a little bit more time than a regular bundle for something like that. Would Eugene Findlay saying, would Riddick work as sci-fi? In my book, it would. Like, especially something like it's, you know, it has a lot of religious influences as well, that movie, so it could pull into the fantasy side as well, but you know, I think it could work as sci-fi.
Perfect.
Why is there a blue-faced guy on the shelf behind me? Where's the blue-faced guy? Oh, this guy.
Well, that's from our Dune bundle.
This is from our Sandy Dunes
Sandy
of Loot
Dunes
bundle.
of, yes. That's the oh, I can't remember the name of the character.
Can we show this camera? I think it's the alien counselor or something. Yes, there we go. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is a really great paint job. I believe this one was Louisa. Yeah, it turned out really, really amazing. Actually, I think the globe is actually covering the face of the Mini a little bit here. Yeah, I don't think the angles are not quite working here for this character. Yeah, anyways, yeah, this is from our Sandy Dunes of Loot bundle.
Okay.
The Battle Angel for Can't She Be saying, oh man, the 12-month loyalty reward just screams out a little Battle Angel for me. It looks so cool. I hope you get to see it. I hope you get to see it on head without helmet, and maybe even alternative hands with Mantis claws. Mantis claws? I think are gonna be a bit of an ask. But yeah, I think, I'm not sure, so I can't promise, but I think we're going to have an alternate head for her. But yeah, I have to check with the team. I can't make any promises like oh yes, it was the alien tactician Hobson, thank you. The blue-faced alien that we just showed you guys.
And it was painted
tactician.
by Louisa. Just
it was
confirming
painted
here.
by Louisa.
Yeah. Okay.
Jake Jensen is asking, could you do more pilots and vehicles in separate, like the Driver and Majesty from 2071, or Grigori and the Mark III? Yeah, I think we're eventually gonna do a lot more stuff like that. So yeah, I think whenever we do a vehicle, you guys want a driver for it. And if we don't have like a standing idle pose for the driver, you guys also freak out at us. So we have learned our lesson, and we're gonna at least try to always have a pilot and have an idle pose for the pilot. Yeah, there's a Rexus saying a zenithal highlight would be great for the overhead camera. I think that's good. That's great feedback. Thank you. And I think we're getting to the 2-hour mark here now. So we should probably end the live stream now before I reveal too much. So yeah, this is it, guys. This is it for our live stream today. Thank you so much for sticking with us until the end. I hope you guys liked the surprises we had for you, and yeah. Thank you so much. See you next time.
Thank you for everything. Bye-bye.